Hello there. Kyle Katarn here.
And the Bendu.
Coming back for another reaction to Star Wars. The
Bad Batch.
Right. Oh, man. Episode what?
9.
That's right.
Episode 9.
Before we get started, a shout out to the one and only Nerd Chronic, who's edited this reaction for us and helped us sneak it past the Disney blockade.
Yes, thank you, sir, on your wonderful work. The Force is with you.
Keep it up.
Last week we got that wonderful fucking Westworld of a moment, man.
Oh.
So this
Cad
week,
Bane is back.
This week, there's like really only one of three options. Like either A, we're gonna straight follow up with Cad Bane and Omega, since like he just straight smashed her.
That's what I'm hoping for.
2, we're gonna go with Crosshair, because he got super fucked.
He did.
Turning on the ion engine, dude.
I want to see what happened.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. He's probably gonna look all grievous. And then
Great.
3, we could be with Hunter just being like feeling super sad because he's like, oh man, I fucked up. But like, who's this blue-faced motherfucker? But I fucked up. Now we gotta go find Fennec Shan because she's the only bounty hunter that we like. Yeah, she's the only other bounty hunter that we know of.
And the only person that knows the information about Fennec Shan that we know about is Sid. So we're going back to Sid to get the intel. I think that we're going to see Fennec Shan get the drop on Cad Bane, steal Omega. We've got like a micro War of the Bounty Hunters situation going on here. I think Fennec Shan is, although also hired by the Kaminoans alongside Cad Bane, they were not hired as a team.
You think Cad Bane is hired by them also?
I think that...
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Well, that's what they said. That's, Nala Se and Lama Su were like, don't you already have someone handling this? And he's like, I don't think you need to worry about that. As long as someone brings us Omega, who cares?
That's true.
And I think that Cad Bane and Fennec Shan will both view Omega as a singular payday they don't want to share, so they're going to fight. Really hope Cad Bane survives that fight, though. Obviously, Fennec Shan's going to survive the fight, but I want Cad Bane in live action for Book of Boba Fett, so he better make it out of this show alive, damn it.
Right? Yeah, because then he'd be able to enter the live action fray with already having a backstory with Fennec Shan.
It would be so fucking cool.
So there would already be like, a built up tension. Because I don't remember if he's really interacted with Boba as much.
Cad Bane?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's interacted with Boba.
Teenage stuff.
The whole and also the whole unfinished arc was his showdown with Boba. He was supposed to explain how he got that dent right there in his helmet.
Oh, see, the last thing I remember of Cad Bane was his legendary fight with Quinlan Vos and Master Obi-Wan.
That's a great episode. That's one of my favorite episodes because it gets so noir, and it has such a weird love moment between Zero and Sice Noodles.
That's true.
Star Wars gets proper weird sometimes, and I'm here for it.
I was just thinking about how Mandalorian-y his gear was without him actually being a Mandalorian.
Oh, totally. Well, Mandalorians are supposed to be just like the top tier bounty hunters. He's still a bounty hunter using similar...
their armor was built to fight Jedi.
Well, yes, yes.
Like, all of their shit between their grappling
they're not designed to be bounty
thrower.
hunters. It's just everything in their culture just happens to
fight Jedi.
Just happens, and as a byproduct of that, just happens to produce, absolutely supremely skilled bounty hunters because they happen to have these Jedi fighting skills, which can then be applied to their bounty hunting profession,
Yeah, he's like if Ed Harris met Star-Lord.
That's a mental image.
We gotta reach our Patreon poll.
Yes, indeed. All right, so we asked you guys a tale of two toothpicks. Who would win in a shootout between Cad Bane and Crosshair? With 23 votes total, Crosshair got 3 votes.
I wasn't sure how you were gonna read that. I was like, are you just gonna?
Do you see what I did there? I did a little thingy. And Cad Bane got 20 votes. So
makes sense.
Overwhelmingly, we think Cad Bane's the better shot here, or at least would win in a shootout. Little
experience,
circumstances notwithstanding. Let's see what people have to say. Hallie Stafford says, "Oh, Cad Bane 100%. And if we are blessed with that interaction, it should be dubbed Battle of the Toothpicks. 100% agree. Battle of the Toothpicks." John Williams, write that score.
It is a very strange oral fixation that they've both hyperfixed on.
I mean, it's it's not Clint Eastwood. It's the other guy, the other big Western dude. Had the toothpick all the time. Grizzly says, "Don't get me wrong, Crosshair's precision with a sniper rifle is second to none.
Right.
But the only time we've seen him land a shot with his pistol was at point blank range. Also, we're talking about Cad frickin' Bane here. I think he takes the cake in this old Western scenario."
Yep.
When it comes to gunslingers, shootouts, and any sort of a Western, Cad Bane is in his element. He's absolutely in his element. Crosshair has absolute skills, you know. His sniping skill is his clone enhancement, so I think that it would bring Cad Bane to the absolute limit of his skill, but he'd still come out on top because he's Cad freaking
camping,
Bane.
yeah, right. It would just be like, think about that fight. It would just be camping, waiting the other person out,
right?
Or purely Cad Bane like rolling all of his stealth checks to just like pop up on him.
The amazing thing about Cad Bane, the thing that I like about it so much, is how much recon and intel he does when he plans the job. You know, like when he goes.
His droid, he has droid assistance.
Like the Senate crisis, you know, he already knew exactly how, he had the guard uniforms ready to go. He had the people in the team that he needed. Like, man plans it out. He does more than just shoot in there, like, go in there guns blazing with cool gun skills. He also actually is like really good with tactics and strategy.
Truth. Jared
Cantor says, "Guess I'm Team Crosshair." Well, you and 2 other people, you guys should become like a party. You guys should form the Crosshair fan club.
Carla Real says, "While we know Crosshair's aim must be close to perfect, I don't think he can be as fast as Bane." Exactly, very good point.
Bane's just got that, you know? He's just too quick.
Experience. It's just pure experience level.
He's killed a lot of clones in his day, as he says.
Right? And he's theoretically older. You know?
Well, that's another point, is that, like, the advanced aging, you know? Like, Cad Bane versus Crosshair during the Bad Batch.
Because, like,
could be a different story than
13-year-old.
Yeah, it could be a different story than Cad Bane versus Crosshair during the Clone Wars, you know?
That's true.
We don't know what he's been through. Christopher Brown says, "I gotta go with Cad Bane as well. Snipers are not really known to be quick on the draw, so I doubt that's a scenario Crosshair ever really practiced or trained for."
Right.
I'll give that to you. Cal Locuson says, "Crosshair might have the skill when it comes to aiming and sniping, but I think poor Hunter is a good example of Bane's speed and quick draw. All it takes is a single second to make a world of difference." Yeah, it's true. Everyone's talking about Cad Bane's speed. It's not for nothing that Hunter survived that encounter because he's got Katarn class commando armor on. Crosshair, similar armor situation. Even if Cad Bane uses his superior skill to land that first shot, might not necessarily end the fight.
I will give Crosshair one thing. He would definitely shoot through someone.
Not the word I thought you were going to say.
Oh, I was going to say he would definitely shoot through a child.
Oh, Jesus.
True. Crosshair doesn't give a shit about collateral damage.
No.
Whereas Cad Bane, I think he kind of, like, he doesn't go around shooting civilians. He'll throw civilians in things.
Cad Bane...
But he's never, like, just straight up like, yeah, no, aim for the child.
No, Cad Bane is morally bankrupt, but he's not a psychopath.
Yeah, there we go.
He's not a bloodthirsty psychopath. He is willing to set his morals aside and do whatever it takes to get paid.
Crosshair's bloodthirsty? No, he's just a psychopath.
Crosshair's just a psycho. He's a psychopath and possibly a sociopath. Like, he really doesn't care how he makes other people feel. He just wants to get the job done, you know? Mr. Nat Kicks, definitely Cad Bane, since Crosshair needs that little more time to aim and get perfect shots. That's true. He does. He takes his time, doesn't he?
Well, I mean, same with Sniper. Like, I'm sure he has to, like, hold his breath each time, too, you know?
Right.
Make sure I'm sure he doesn't shake. Actually, thinking about it, like, I kind of really hate the shoulder spike thingy that he has. But I'm just like, what is that? Is it, like, help him with balance or something?
Maybe.
Somehow? Like, what the fuck is this, like,
It picks up the wind direction and calculates it for him.
Maybe.
It's like a windsock.
It could be, you know? And it just relays it to his helmet?
Could be.
The Winter Oak says, "Tough one. Skill, talent, special abilities, age, rapid aging." Just talked about it.
Yep.
And story presence are all factors. The show is the Bad Batch. The Batch are the stars. Crosshair would win by being one of the stars of the show. Okay, so plot armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're going meta with it.
Fine.
It's a valid argument. Crosshair has more plot armor than Cad Bane has ever had.
I was gonna say, is that how Hunter survived that chest blast? Because, like, damn, dude, like, that was a hit that he took.
Katarn class armor.
Speaking of which, love that first person helmet view.
Oh my god, right? From Republic Commando, like with the sound effects and
so
everything,
good.
like
it was so good. And then Dr. Sith with our final comment says,
Dr. Sith.
Cad was the fastest trigger, no doubts there. But Crosshair is a crafty fox and too cunning. I can picture a finale where he has the upper hand over the gunslinger in a very Enemy of the Gates final scene style. With
that would
Crosshair
be...
filing cat, in a similar way. Go watch the movie if you haven't, and you'll understand.
Have you seen Enemy at the Gates?
I think I have, but I just don't remember because there's like just so many random presidential bodyguard assassination movies in my head.
It's
like,
a super...
Was that Gerard Butler? No, it was
It's
Gerard
a
Butler.
super tense sniper on sniper showdown.
But then I was also
really
trying to think of
cool, like
Vantage Point,
fake out
so it's
twist with how he finally gets him. I'm not going to spoil it because it's such a good movie that you should actually sit down and watch it. I'd be down to watch it again, actually. But Dr. Sith, that would be so freaking cool if they recreated a sequence similar to that with Crosshair and Cad Bane. Oh man, awesome, cool. Well, that concludes the Patreon poll. You can stay tuned for the next one. It'll get posted before the next episode comes out. You'll have a chance to respond to that over on Patreon. Alrighty, and without further ado, Bad Batch episode 9. Let's do it. Oh shit! Those clouds look great.
Rear deflector shields are failing.
Oh shit!
Make the jump.
I would make sense for Tech to be the better pilot, I suppose. Oh, Crosshair's just pissed. Get you all fucked up and burnt.
I know, right? Looking like a discount Dengar.
I was gonna say, I recognize that field.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bane does not respond well to prisoners who are difficult.
Mr. Bane, dude.
Oh, here he comes.
Who are you?
Cad Bane at your service.
Where are you taking
Got a metal
me?
plate on his head.
God, I love him.
You'll be sorry when my friends come for me.
No one is coming for you, little lady. Now sit tight and don't cause any trouble.
I love that he's just like such a fucking cool Duros.
I'll be at the rendezvous. Bring my unlocked credits.
He's so fucking
I will
so
deliver the
badass.
keys and retrieve only.
His animation's just so good.
Tanway, you will go to our abandoned facility on Borovio. Bring the bounty.
Abandoned facility.
Shit.
Borovio. Is this the first time we've heard about a second Kaminoan cloning world?
Sub-level facility. Once you have
I was more
retrieved
impressed by
the genetic
seeing
material
what's her nut.
needed,
Oh, Tonwi? Yeah.
terminate her.
Oh, shit. I knew that they were, like, not on the good guy side. It's self-preservation. The Kaminoans.
I could fix your leg if you want.
I am a techno service droid. I am quite capable of completing my own repairs.
Techno service.
Your description of the bounty hunter is a match to one from the Republic's files. That's him, Cad Bane. He had
Yeah,
multiple
I really
brothers
like that
with
his
Jedi.
like skull cap covers everything, and it's not just like all blue.
Mm-hmm.
I further analyzed Omega's genetic profile and discovered she has pure first-generation DNA.
Oh, shit.
Why? What does that mean?
Omega is a pure genetic replication.
How many clones like that exist?
To my knowledge, there's only one other. A male clone, codenamed
So she's
Alpha. later-
Boba's sister.
Codenamed Alpha, later referred to as Boba, bro.
If she's vital to the Kaminoan
She's
clone
Boba Fett's
operation,
sister.
They must have put the bounty
Boba's
on her.
sister, yeah.
The daughter of Jango Fett.
Django's straight daughter. Which explains the blonde hair because Django's sister had blonde hair.
Right, exactly. And Jango Fett, Hayden's open seasons.
I'm only a kid.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you're so much more than that.
Haha.
Got one good booster at least.
Balance on that booster.
Relax. I've done this before.
It feels brand new.
Sorry. It's only temporary.
Good job. So if Boba's name was Alpha, does that mean that he's the very first clone ever created? He was the first
he's just
Jango?
the first. He's just the first
Yeah, he's-
non-altered, like, because he was given non-growth hormones.
Right, but did they make that first, like payment up front?
Maybe. Bro, it was straight up Cloud City looking abandoned Camino. Totally.
Toto's not here, man.
God, look at his gauntlets and everything.
I love the double bandoliers around the waist.
Put just a kid.
Quite obviously, right there. Oh.
Guess again.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Is anyone there? Can you hear me?
Omega! Omega, are you there? Omega!
It's long range. I'll try to boost the signal.
Is anyone there?
She's got like 10 minutes tops before Cad Bane catches up to her.
There's one by a door. Looks like the one's on Poker City.
I was gonna say, I love that it's rusted Kaminoan tech. We've only ever seen it like white and pristine.
By hook or by crook,
Oof.
you're coming with me.
Oh shit.
Get off me!
Yep.
Mr. Bane, an unidentified ship is approaching.
Check it out.
Is it Fennec Shand? It can't be the batch, not that fast.
Yeah, right. But why would it be? Well, because Fennec was.
She's going
hired
after the
by-
bounty.
Fennec was hired by the other.
And if Fennec Shand gets it, perhaps Omega will become
The other
a
lady.
bounty lost.
Oh, what?
Damn.
One way?
Wait, no!
Why is she passed out?
He's right.
Damn, you killed Tonway?
Fennec Shand.
Hello, Bane. She was my score first.
Huh?
Omega and I go way back.
You lack the experience to be going up against me.
We're gonna put that to the test.
The case for the girl.
Sounds fair? You first.
God, his weapon gauntlets are so fucking cool.
I have the case.
Fucking Toto, man.
God, I love his. I used to hate his pistols, but now it's just like
Thermal
they're so
detonator?
retro looking. Nice.
Oh! Damn, Toto survived. Oh, the money's gone.
Straight gone. You're running the wrong way, girl.
Oof. I'm worried about Cad Bane. He better survive. This environment's so badass. It's great for a gunfight.
Right.
Oh! Oof. Oh my god, what the fuck with that cloning here?
Is that ET? The fuck is that? What is
They're
that?
failed experiments.
Oh, they're
They're proto-Snoke tanks.
They're Kaminoans. I don't think they're Snokes.
No, they're not. They're proto-Snoke. This is like the technology being used before it was implemented in that way.
I feel like that's a Kaminoan.
I need answers, Bendu.
They won't get here in time. The only person you can rely on is yourself. I'm trying to help you.
You said the same thing on Pantora.
There you are. You are coming with.
Damn! Knock the fuck out.
Oh, man.
God, her animation looks so good.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit!
that's gross.
I wouldn't get that stuff
That's super gross. That's super creepy and gross.
That's like a straight up, like, E.T. alien. Like an X-Files alien.
That's an X-Files alien. Yep. Yeah, they did a shitload of...
Time's over, little lady.
Oh, shit!
Nice!
Yes! Oh, she's got the upper hand when it comes to CQC, I'm pretty sure. Except, yikes, I jinxed it. Now she's down. Yes!
Ooh, fuck!
Headbutt with the helmet.
Cad Bane's creepy on, like, that Signs Aliens kind of, like, creepy way.
Just gotta get
Why
down
the
to those little
fuck are you
flight pods.
climbing it sideways like that?
Going for the flight pod.
I think it's easier for her hands while they're cuffed.
I suppose so.
Nice.
Interesting.
That was pretty smart.
Well done. Aw.
What a design. What a design
Short
flaw right
circuiting.
there. He can't flip back up over his head. He's like a turtle.
Oh! I didn't realize that there was like a fucking
Yeah, the flight pods. They're what?
Oh my god, it looks like a fucking Dragon Ball Z ship. That's hilarious.
They're the things that Fives and AZ escaped Camino on, remember? And then he like sent the empty pod for them to chase and then circled back around. Peace out,
Why would
Toto.
she be sorry for this?
Because she's running from Cad Bane. She's gonna make it worse on herself, is what he's saying.
Oof. Fucked.
Oh! Damn.
Get to the ship.
This complicates things.
Get to the ship.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, he's got two? He's got rocket boots.
Second time the hats come off. They really want us to see that metal plate. It's also really old.
I was gonna say, are we gonna crash underwater or some garbage?
Yeah, what is the surface of this planet looking like?
Free falling.
Oof.
Omega! You in there?
Aww.
Good to have you
Gonk.
back, kid.
So did they just catch the flight pod in midair? Is that what happened?
Are you okay, Omega?
Why is this happening? Why are the Kaminoans after me?
Hunter, you have to tell her you're different.
Just say she's original.
How?
God, that ship is so cool looking.
I mean, this pretty much confirms for me that she's going to show up as an adult in live action in Book of Boba Fett.
They appear to have been sabotaged.
Fennec got there first. There she goes.
I require an update. Omega was rescued by the same clones I encountered on Pantora. I can track them, but that will cost extra.
Always be closing.
As long as she is not in the hands of Lama Su, she is safe.
Damn.
Transfer your payment.
Double crossing each other.
I don't want to end up an experiment in a tube.
That's not gonna happen. He can send everyone in the galaxy. You have us.
Yeah.
Unless they find someone genetically superior, like, it's fine.
You are never going back to Camino.
Promise?
I promise.
All right, the gang's going back to Camino by the end of the
Fuck.
by the end of this season.
They're gonna have to get her back from the planet.
Man. That
That was a lot, man. That was so solid. That was so solid. Everything
Cad
happened.
Bane with a double flamethrower action.
Okay, so many things happened. There.
Let's start with the biggest.
Oh, man.
Let's start with the biggest thing that happened.
Okay.
Learning about Omega. She is 100% first generation Jango Fett DNA.
Yeah.
Boba was the Alpha,
Yep.
and she's the Omega.
Purely
So-
just because I think it's a male-female sort of thing. Like,
Totally.
Boba's only the alpha. Probably one,
They're doing
because
an
they
opposites
created him
thing.
first, but two, genetic material. Like, whatever.
Well, Omega is the end.
Exactly.
So yeah, exactly.
Um,
But the Fett siblings. This is a brand new notion.
So
you know.
So the Kaminoans.
Yeah.
Their original planet. Again, go back to the Wikipedia article because it's actually really cool about their history. It's really sad and shitty because they fucking experimented on themselves. They were very genocidal. But long story short, the planet wasn't originally all stormy and like watery. But when the initial giant flood happens, they were very like strong in genetic manipulation and science stuff already.
Right.
So their rationale was like, well, we got to evolve. We got to evolve now. So they
Clock's ticking.
So they just immediately went into genetic experimentations and fucking with their own clonings, and we're like,
They were
well,
so successful at it, it became their thing.
exactly. But then it also, in turn, made them very nihilistic about like everything in regards to like, well, we've created life, so obvious, and we, have found a way to, successfully barter off sentient life.
Right.
So obviously we can't use sentience as a form of like gauging what's product and what's not product.
It's very
so
like
they have no concept of like, yeah, they're the creepy. We're going to abduct you and just like.
They don't have a
aliens.
moral barometer for
exactly
the thing. It's similar to the Ricotta in KOTOR and Old Republic.
They were very like just straight to the
once you
about
play
it.
God, you lose some of your respect for
what is
the
life.
other life.
Yeah.
If you have the ability to create life, then you feel a little more blasé about taking it, probably,
right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But speaking of abductions and stuff, what came out of that tank was a straight up like X-Files gray.
It was very tall, skinny, creepy ass.
Those
like an X-File alien.
The creatures in those tanks all looked so different from each other.
It was no, that was the thing. They were supposed to show different, not genesis, but like
a progression.
Like growth forms, like you know how you have
they were
tadpole.
dramatically different.
Yeah, like you have like the baby frog tadpole, and then you have the weird ass one with the tail. And
I get what you're saying.
Then you have like the polyworld version of it, and then then you have creeptastic polyrath.
It's absolutely hinting at the eventual the technological process behind cloning an Emperor body, cloning a Snoke.
See, if
out
we
of a Snoke tank.
Yeah,
this is like a pre-Snoke tank.
Well, I think it would. What we saw on Exegol was like totally more, because there's no relation with the Kaminoans and Sith. Versus
there is
straight up like when they wanted to steal the midi-chlorians out of Grogu. Those were all Imperial scientists.
Well, they were Imperial scientists wearing Kaminoan cloning patches on their uniforms. Kamino. See, the thing is, maybe cloning and Sith aren't tied together, but they really are. If you think about it, because
they stole the science, they stole the Stark tech, essentially.
Kamino and the Empire, like this. Empire and the Sith, like this.
But that's the whole point of
Darth
Tarkin
Sidious
being
and the
there,
Kaminoans, like this.
Darth Sidious and the Kaminoans. That's true.
The Kaminoans are one of like single-digit people in the galaxy who knew about Order 66. So I'd say they're very much in cahoots with the Sith. Maybe they don't have a stake in it because, like we were saying, they're morally bankrupt. But like they were aware, and chose not to tell anyone because they're making a buck. But like, I would say the Kaminoans and the Sith like have a relationship.
Except now, Tarkin's whole thing is like, yeah, no, we want to cancel our whole contract with you because you're expensive.
Well, I mean, think about it. They just Order 66 the last guys that were in charge. They want to make damn sure no one can Order 66 them.
Yeah.
So if you know that vulnerability exists, that people could create clones that can then be like activated and kill the people in charge, you don't want to use clones anymore. If you are the people in charge, that sounds like a terrible idea. So like, only we can do this, and now the clones are gone, so that no one else can do it to us. That's
okay.
That's one of many reasons I think that like Tarkin would be so gung ho about phasing out the clones, is because like if you're using a clone army, you're vulnerable, because all it takes is someone to put a chip in their brains. They can kill you.
Theoretically, but you got that efficiency factor, which is kind of like the Kylo Ren Hux argument, because Hux was like, I want real people who are fucking indoctrinated, and blah blah blah. And then Kylo was just like,
maybe you should have used the clone.
He was just a hard on for everything Vader. So he's like, well, my daddy did it, or my granddaddy did it this way, so I want to do it this way.
Exactly. He's old school. He's a fan of the old school, and they used clones 60 years ago, so why not?
But it totally also not validates. I was gonna say, we totally got to see how the Prime Minister and the other Kaminoan bought Cad Bane, and
there was infighting.
The science director person who was
Nala Se,
who was straight up told by Prime Minister, "You're too connected to this.
Mm-hmm.
You need to back off a little bit." So that kind of confirmed that both of them were having some internal issues.
The fact that they're not all working together to save the future of their company / civilization. They're like kind of undermining each other by sending these bounty hunters to like steal from each other. They're like, that's going to be their ultimate downfall. It's the fact that they're not having a united front against the Empire.
Do you think we're not going to see Fennec now anymore? Because Omega is now back with the Bad Batch.
I don't know. I think there's more Fennec. I think there's more Fennec to come. Okay. And if there's no more Fennec,
then the next time we see her is live action in Mando.
Next time we see her is Book of Boba Fett, probably.
Well, next up, storyline wise. So we'll totally. So Cad Bane also survived So we're one step closer.
Cad Bane survived. He had
closer.
the big old metal plate on his head, which I think kind of implies that maybe the duel already happened because he got shot right there in the unfinished arc of the Clone Wars.
So what if that? Trying to remember
what if that is canon and it did take place?
And when that happened?
It happened in the.
Did he get a head? Because now I don't remember if he got a head injury in the Jedi fight. He almost didn't make it out of that. He made it with one booster jet or one booster boot.
That's right. They almost laid him low.
Quinlan Voss took a heavy head hit.
It was a double headshot for Boba and Cad Bane in that shootout.
Gotcha.
Boba ended up with a dent in his helmet, and Cad Bane ended up just dropped. So maybe they're implying that did still happen. We just didn't get to see it, and now he's got this metal plate on his head as a result of that headshot that he suffered from Boba. Unconfirmed. I don't know. Maybe they just gave him a metal plate on his head. Maybe it's always been there, and I just never noticed because I'm an idiot. Let me know in the comments if that is the case, in fact. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our reaction. Stay tuned for more. We post these every week as soon as the episodes come out.
That's right. Leave us a question or a comment because we always love hearing from you. And the Q&A is coming up. So again, stay tuned for us next week for more Bad Batch.
Absolutely. If you want to support the channel, head over to patreon.com/KyleKatarn channel. You'll get access to full-length versions of these reactions, as long as a couple of other fun Discord perks and things like that. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.